Welcome back. Meet the Chiefs, episode 2. I am your host, Chief, and this is my lovely partner.
Mrs. Chief.
Hey,
No,
Mrs.
Miss Chief.
Chief.
Miss Chief.
What do you mean?
Mrs. is like married, and then Miss is like,
So, why
right?
can't, but we are.
Well, no, we not yet. Not
Okay,
yet.
so I am your host, Chief, and this is
Miss Chief.
Miss Chief in the building for episode 2 of Meet the Chiefs. I know
Yes.
it's been a while. It took us a year, but it was a great year. A
Yes.
lot of things happened in 2023. Good things, bad things, but to wrap it all up, things that were necessary, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
now we're here, we're back, and we promise not to come back in 2025. We're gonna try to give you more content. Like it took a damn year to come back for the second episode. Um, anything you want to add on?
No.
All right, so I could tell she's on her nervous vibes again. But episode 1, we spoke about how we met, and we left y'all on a cliffhanger,
Yes, we
right? The
did.
cliffhanger was the first date, and
Mhm.
my partner, my baby, my love, Miss Chief, explained that our first date was really 3 dates,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Yes, it was 3 dates because I wasn't playing no games. I'm like, I'm gonna get you by any means necessary. So, I tried to look cool as well. Like, oh, you coming down? Bet I'm booking you for the whole weekend. To, if there was any competition, the Big Zo deaded all that shit. I'm like, I'm booked you for the weekend. Right? I had to.
Competition.
But if it just listen, you were single. I was courting you. So I had to stand out, right? Not just, oh, let me take you out to dinner, and then we go out to dinner, and then I maybe I hear from you again. I'm like, nah, I'm leaving no room for none of that shit. Excuse my language. But yeah, we had our first date, y'all, was 3 dates. And I'll let you start with the first one. The
The
build up, everything you
first
want to add.
one. So once again, I came down. Wait, came down to the state from Binghamton. The first day we went. Ooh, brain fart just now.
Thai food.
Oh yes, we went to see in Williamsburg in
See,
Brooklyn.
good restaurant, check them out.
Yes, we went there. Um, we had a good time. I was saying, it
Yeah.
was fun. It was getting dressed at my cousin's house and preparing, to meet you.
Mhm.
I was nervous,
This
definitely.
was our first meeting since
Yes.
the initial meeting at the club.
Yes. And I remember did I pick you up that day?
You did.
Okay,
I'm
yes.
gonna tell. I'm gonna save that
Oh yes,
story.
I picked you up at the fashion library.
Hmm.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
So I drove to the fashion library to pick you up and yeah.
Yeah, and then we went to see.
Yes.
So now my perspective, I was at the fashion library, of course.
Mhm.
She picked me up. I got in the car. I was like, "Hi," like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Hi." And then my best friend comes, boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, banging on her window of the car,
Yes.
like
I was
boom,
like,
boom.
who? What in the world? Like, why you knocking on my door window like that?
So then I put the window down. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, my best friend, who's gonna be my best man, my bro
Mm.
boss. And I'm like, and I
Mhm.
was also his best man. Shout out. And I'm like, what up, bro? What's happening? He's like, oh, I just wanted to, overprotective homies. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like I was the dude in the relationship. Like he got to protect him from me.
yeah,
Like
he was like, I just wanted to, see, because that's not like me to just meet a stranger,
right.
give out my number, link up. Like he's like, let me just do, you know what I mean? He was like security. Boom, boom, boom. I was embarrassed a little bit, like, oh damn, she gonna think like I'm like some street aggressive guy, his best friend knocking on my window.
When I honestly, I was like, he's knocking on my window pretty hard. Like I'm like, who is this? And then I wrote down my window, and he's like, oh, this is my best friend. And I just said hi, and then
Yeah,
that's it. But I was just like, what in the world?
yeah.
Like,
So on the drive to the restaurant, were you like this crazy?
no, I don't think I thought anything of it after that. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah. So then we went to the restaurant.
Mhm.
We had see We had it was called C. We had Thai food. It was great. But I didn't want the night to end. Like we had
Yes.
dinner, we spoke about some things at dinner, but it was like your typical first date.
Mhm.
Like, hey, so where you from? I'm like, you know
I
me.
don't think it was none of that because we talked from, the day of meeting each
Oh yeah, that's
other
true. That's true.
too. So it's like all of that was
Yeah,
already
we
out
kind of knew
there.
each other.
Right.
But honestly, I was expecting the date to be like boring because it's like,
Mhm.
yo, I'm a stranger to you. Like, yeah, we spoke every
Right.
day since we met, but here you now I'm in your presence. Like, what's up?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna still be like attracted to me, I guess?
Mm.
Or like me? Because a date could either go great or go really bad, like, oh, I'm never gonna call this guy again.
Right.
So I got a question for you. If you can even remember
Yeah, because it's hard. Like it's been 7 years.
7 years.
So it's like I don't even remember half of the stuff
Yeah, yeah.
how I felt during the time or anything like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's
So
just
what did
like
we do after the date? The first date. We're still on the first date, y'all.
yeah. The first day we went to the hookah bar. After we went to the hookah bar, I didn't remember that.
Uh-huh.
Um, some hookah bar, low key
Low key spot.
spot. It was
Yeah.
small, but they played amazing music, and
Hmm.
I think that's when we was like, um, I want to say what is like the like we was
Vibing.
vibing. We was
We were
vibing
we,
a
we
lot
were
at this
vibing.
spot.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
it
were.
was good music. The drinks was hitting. We was letting it loose.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yes, I would
Drinks was
say
hitting.
I had a good time there.
And then she dropped me home. Now
Hmm.
this is where I take over.
Oh
This
man,
is where I take
here we
over in the
go.
story. This is where I take over. Wolf,
let me
Wolf, you
let me
listening?
sip.
You listening, Wolf? T, you got me? So this is where I take over. So on the drive home or whatever, we're we're both clearly intoxicated. If not, we're nice.
Hmm.
Not like drunk, because obviously she's a great driver and she drove us home. And
Yes.
so we pull up to in front of my building, and we looking at each other in the car, but it wasn't awkward at all.
No.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, thank you for a great night. And she's like, thank you. Oh, by the way, I opened up her door every single time that first date. Opened up
You
her
did.
door when she got out to go to the sea, to go to the hookah bar, all that. So this particular moment, I didn't do that. I just opened up my door to get out because I wanted you to be comfortable, not think that I had any sort of expectation. So let me look at my camera. So I get out of the passenger seat. She comes out of the car. I swear to God, it's like the
Oh.
Matrix. She walks over in slow motion. It seemed like slow motion to me, right? On my side, right? So now I'm like, so we hug each other, right? And then
Mhm.
after the hug, I like had my arms around her waist. Then I'm trying to take my arm like back. And then she like grabs me. If I'm lying, cut me off.
I
So
don't even remember.
she grabs me. I had on a black peacoat. I was fly too. I had on a black peacoat, fashion library
Here we
top,
go.
E1T1 hat, burgundy swag. And then she grabs my peacoat. And then we're like, in my mind, I'm like, are we gonna like kiss? Like, see, that's what I'm thinking. Are we gonna make out? So I'm like, okay, I'm being assertive now. I'm like, okay, come here. So we lean in and we like peck once, lean back, peck a second time, lean back again.
The details. You remember all
Of
of
course
this.
I do. Of course. And then for the third time, it was like a peck, but it was like a longer peck, but no tongue, no nothing. And then I was like, okay. And then I walked her back around to her side, opened up the door for her, and then closed the door, and then she drove off.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, we kissed on our first date.
Yes. Wow.
You remember walking around the car in slow motion?
No. Not at all.
Yeah. Do you remember the kiss?
Yes, I do.
How
I
did do you
remember
remember how it
that.
happened?
Mhm. I remember how it happened, but the slow motion thing that you're saying, I don't
So why
remember.
did you get out the car? We had said our goodbye already.
Cause I think we was like still like chilling. Like it was like we didn't want to leave or we didn't want the night to end.
Yeah,
So we was like sitting out there for a little bit.
talking.
Anyways,
Yeah, we
so
were.
right.
Yeah. All right. All right. So that was the first of 3 dates.
It's not like I got out the car to walk you to your door. Like, here
Yeah.
you go, like
That's true. Yeah, yeah. You just got out the car to talk.
right. Right? Thanks.
It was a great night. So I have a
Right.
question.
Mhm.
Now you're driving back to your cousins. How did
Mhm.
you feel about like the night in general? The date, like
It was a good
it
date.
was. It
I
was
don't think I thought anything more of it. It was just like, oh my God, I can't wait. No, it was just like, okay, like day one,
day one.
down. We'll see.
We'll see.
You know,
So now it's time for date number two.
number two.
Boom. You want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about what we did
Day number two, I believe I came by you
again
again,
to pick me
right?
up?
I came by him again. We went to Applebee's in Brooklyn.
Nah,
No, no, no.
wrong.
BBQs. Oh my
That
God.
was date number three.
Kind of similar.
That was
So,
date number three. See, you don't even
oh my
remember.
God. No, you're
Date
lying.
number two, we went to see Split, and then we went to a taco
No,
spot
no.
afterwards.
That's number three.
Oh, you're
You're
right.
wrong.
Oh, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. So
Yeah.
date number two, it's
Yes.
funny that we went to BBQs because there's a viral list
Yes.
of places women would never eat at.
I wish we had that list.
You know what I mean? So for the
Oh.
record, our second date was BBQs.
Hmm.
We've been together 7 years.
Right.
7. And I'm sure you guys seen her finger. She's been talking. We went to BBQs on our second date.
Yes, we did.
So I
It was a
cannot.
low key spot. Go
It
ahead.
was a low key spot. I'll set up the scenario. She comes to pick me up. Now, this is date number two. Needless to say, I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of confident. So I come out my building, boom, 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 run down the steps. So I open the door and I come in again to the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
She's a boy. I'm like, okay, she's driving, boom. I get in the car and I shut the door. We ain't kissed to greet each other or nothing. We just looked at each other. And then she goes, "You smell really good."
Yes.
And I go, "Thank you. You too."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you remember saying that?
Maybe not on the second. Maybe did I say that on the first?
Nah, it was the second date. I'll never, that's the first. I got in your car and then you were like, "Hey." I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey." And then you were like, "You smell really good."
Yes, to this day.
Thank you.
To this day.
Till this day.
Yes.
Yes.
Smell really
You too, my love.
good.
Thank you. But when she said that to me, I was just taken aback a bit because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I smell good, but
Mm-hmm.
as like a man who grooms himself and takes
Mm-hmm.
pride in that, like to hear that compliment from a woman, it was like, I like that. Like I've never gotten that before. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, you smell really good. I've gotten the yo, you fly, or you know what I mean? Typical compliments, but
Yeah.
you complimented my hygiene.
Yes, that should be number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Hygiene should be number
That was
one.
fire, and I was like, "You smell really good too."
Yes.
Then we,
Hello, Lisa. T, don't make me act up
yeah,
again.
yeah. You feel me? So then we go to BBQs.
Uh-huh.
Again, I open up your door again. And oh, this is the part that got kind of weird. Not weird, but I felt like okay, maybe I'm doing too much. I opened up her door, helped her out the car, and then I gave her the like give me your hand type of vibe. Like I want to hold your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't hesitate to take my hand, but you were like, okay, I guess. And then we held hands going into BBQs, but I was just
Mm-hmm.
being a gentleman.
Right.
But you could talk now. I feel like I'm taking up all the time.
Now I
So
feel like you have better memory than me of all the details. Like I
yeah,
don't remember these little things
yeah,
and you do.
because
And it's
I was
crazy.
pursuing you.
Yes, you was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah. We had a good time at BBQs.
yeah.
I love my virgin pina colada. It's amazing. So I know that's what I ordered for
Yes, you
sure.
did.
We had good conversations. Good conversation. That's yeah. I'm not. I don't remember anything
So was
else.
that 2 for 2 with the dates?
Yeah, it was a good spot. Yeah, because at least, like we went to see first. We went to a restaurant that I didn't know about coming from upstate, but I heard a lot about it. So I'm happy that it led, the first, like I seen what you can do.
Hmm.
Now we could just like,
Kick
like
back and
kick
chill.
back, like
What if we went to
BBQs.
BBQs on the first date?
Um, hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's what the list was about.
No,
BBQs was on that list.
that list is insane. I wish that we actually had a copy to like talk about that list because that was weird.
I mean,
Some of the spots it was like, okay, not yeah,
my
dragging it.
house, obviously, that's not a date.
Mm,
Like some of
right.
the stuff on the list was valid. Don't take
Valid.
me to your house on a
Yeah.
first
No,
date.
which yes, of course.
But
No.
like the restaurants weren't. I like
Yeah.
BBQs.
I love IHOP.
We
And
went to
IHOP
IHOP
was on the
today.
list.
That's our spot.
Yes. I love IHOP.
And
The
that's one of the
pancakes,
reasons why,
amazing.
you feel
Like
me?
I love
Like,
the pancakes.
yeah. So now,
So I'd rather IHOP than any like a diner,
yeah,
honestly.
same.
Um Yeah, like there's good diners like the one that we went for my the graduation, Verde on Smith.
Birthday on Smith was
It's
incredible.
amazing, but quick stop I have, and it
Can't go
never
wrong. It
fails.
never
Yeah, it
fails.
never fails.
Can't go
So
wrong.
definitely IHOP.
All right. So now date number three.
Day number three, we went to the movies to
Yes.
watch Split, and then we went to the taco place.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it was like
No, we went to see
we went
Split
to
first.
Split first.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we went to the taco
The taco
place.
spot.
Yes.
And I feel like movies for the third date was good because we had already spoken a lot. It's not
Mhm.
like the first date I'm taking you to a movie theater where we
Yeah.
can't really engage.
Right. And I don't think did we drive? No, I think I probably drove to you, and then we took the train.
Yeah.
So we was just like chilling. I think it was
Chilling.
on a Sunday, so I had to go back home,
Yep.
anyways, like Monday morning, and then go straight into work. So
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a funny story about that movie that if you do not want me to share it, I won't. It's a really funny
I don't think
story.
it's funny because I don't remember or recall,
Okay.
and then it's gonna make me look a little aggressive, and I don't like it. Like, cause I don't remember, and I don't
Okay,
think
so then
that
all
happened.
right, so then never mind. If you don't think it happened, never mind.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell it. Can I
Yeah,
tell it?
go ahead, cause
All
you know
right.
you want to
I
tell it.
do, but
You
I always
already have, you spoke about it, so now the viewers are gonna be like, "Oh, what's the story?"
all
And
right.
I'm just
So
like,
as you can see, I'm I'm wearing a shirt that says Veronica that has her face all over it. This is my baby. And I feel like 7 years gives me the right to talk about this. Right.
gives me the right.
So Veronica is someone that from time to time, like you'll be like, for example, I'll be talking to her and she's listening, but her brain is like elsewhere. Like
Mhm.
what's the proper term for it? Like you just be like, I don't want to say
I daydream sometimes.
daydream.
Yeah.
Veronica
Or I
daydreams.
just lose like I just be like, okay.
Okay.
Like I'm done talking and he just talking, right? And just
Oh, so
like,
you just ignore me.
whew, no, it's just a lot
Okay, I
sometimes. You
got you.
you could be a lot,
I
so
know I am. I know I am. So we're in the movie theater, and the arm rest can go up in the in the theaters. So obviously, I'm feeling comfortable. She's obviously feeling comfortable. So I put the armrest up, and
Mhm.
I put my arm around her. Being a gentleman, of course.
Mhm.
So she's laying on me, but the movie is really intense. While she's laying on me,
Mm.
I'm watching the movie.
Mm.
She's watching the movie. I think she had one of her daydreaming episodes. So her hand
Oh my god.
is like on my like pelvis area. PG-13. I want to keep it PG-13.
As my little cousins might be watching.
Yeah.
So
So her
sorry.
hands there, like, okay, so her hands like right here. And I'm like, okay, cool. So the movie's getting intense. And now she's like rubbing her hand in this area. So I'm looking at her do it. So now,
It was on your leg. I
Forget it.
Honestly,
Forget
no.
it.
Go ahead.
Because
Go
she gonna
ahead.
make me look like a creep.
No.
It's my leg. It's not my damn leg. I know the difference between my leg.
But but that's the thing. Like I wouldn't do that. I don't
You
know
but she
you.
was in exactly. So when she's doing that, I'm like, in my mind now, I'm like, it's like fight or flight. I'm like, the person that I met doesn't give me like that vibe of someone that's like even like not aggressive, but that's like freaky. I'm
Mhm.
like, the person I met ain't trying to see what I'm working with on the third fucking date. I know that ain't the case, but this is what proved it. So I turned my head. I had a hat on. Turned my head, and I'm looking at her, and she's just looking at the camera, the movie screen, like. So
Just
I'm like, oh, she's
zoned out. Yeah,
daydreaming.
I'm zoned out. Zoned
Like
out.
she's just like head in the clouds. So I'm like moving myself. So because in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is gonna take a sharp left when I start waking up. When I start waking up,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a sharp left, and she can be like, oh, this dude nasty. Like, why does dude get out? You
I
know
thought
what I mean?
probably then I probably would have been like, "What the hell
What do
is
you
wrong
do?
with you?"
But not knowing she
And
was
then
the
not
cause.
knowing that I was
So
the
I
cause.
just like turned my whole body around like this, and like this, turned my whole body around and got less comfortable and just watched the movie like this, like scared. You know what I'm saying? Like let me just chill. But then as we're together now, we've been together for so long. I'm like, oh, she just be like blanking out.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's the funny story about the movie theater. I thought that she was feeling on me.
He thinks it's you think it's so funny, huh?
Because I'm like, what are you
He thinks
doing?
it's hilarious. Doesn't
But
look
I'm happy to know that you weren't obviously trying to see.
No, of
You
course
was just
not. Like
like
I wouldn't
in
like
your own realm.
I'm not that upfront to be like, okay, let me see, and just grab it, like that's not me.
Yeah. That was the third date.
Yes.
Right? So it was Friday, Saturday,
Um,
Sunday. I ain't leave no room for no one,
no.
nothing. It's like, yo, you gonna be with me that whole weekend.
Yep. And then it's me again, having to wake up at 3 in the morning to get ready for the day, leave at 4 in the morning, and then drive all the way to Binghamton
Hmm.
to start work at 8 o'clock in the morning.
5 hour
Yeah.
drive.
And that was like almost every weekend that it was either me or my best friend just traveling to the city every weekend to you know just to pursue this relationship as well and to hang out and have fun. So that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was on both ends.
Yes.
I mean, you put forth the effort for sure.
Mhm.
Um, visiting me back and forth.
Yes,
But
nodding off at work and all the time. All the
but
time.
for the record, when I tried to visit her, she wouldn't let me. She would always say I'm not ready, which kind of had me like, huh?
Mhm.
Why are you hiding me? Kinda.
Wasn't hiding
No,
you.
but you got to think like I'm here thinking, oh, does she have a secret life or a secret family? Like you keep coming to visit me, but you won't allow me to come visit you.
Yes, because that's very personal. And then when you visited me, I don't expect you to stay in a hotel. Like you can stay with me, but we wasn't on those terms
We
yet
were
to
not. Yeah,
right. So there you go.
that was
And
it.
there you go. You can't come see me. I come see you because I got a place to stay when I come to the city.
Yeah,
But you
she
didn't.
was
I
not
got
staying with me. She
family.
was not staying with me.
No, not at
I
all.
offered to stay in a hotel. She was like, "Nah, you good."
No, just that's money coming, round trip ticket, and then for you to stay in a hotel, and then us to hang out. No,
Yeah, I wanted to
and then
see
it
you.
was still too personal too because if I'm going to the hotel, that's just like a bed there. So it's just like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to just sit down and chill with a bed in the room. Like it's just weird.
Nah, it is. It is. It is. But when she was ready for me to come down, she rolled out the red carpet. Red carpet for me. Like we were talking the night before, she was like, pulled out a notepad and a pen,
Yes,
and
yes.
she was like, "So, what do you like to eat for breakfast?" And I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, bagel?" She was like, "Bagel? No, I meant like a breakfast." I was like, "Oh, eggs, turkey bacon, like whatever." She starts writing it down. "What do you like to eat for lunch?" And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I, I eat whatever. She was like, nah, nah. What do you like? Some of your favorites? I was like, sandwiches. She's like, writing it down. And then, what do you like for dinner? And I was like, yo, that's when I was like, yo, what are you doing? She was like, I'm making you a menu. Mm. Can you elaborate about that?
Yes.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go, right? He
She
said
was, yeah.
it.
She was
Like I
like,
just want to make sure like when you came, you was set. You know, you had everything. So like I made sure like I knew what I went grocery shopping. I had to buy the groceries and then, clean up the place. And even like when you did first um came to visit me, I had like toiletries for you.
yo, when I walked
And
into her place, when I walked into her
yeah.
place, on her bed was
Mhm.
a towel, a rag, a
Mhm.
toothbrush,
So
toothpaste, and Dove soap.
mhm.
And I just looked at like, it's like I was in a hotel.
Yes.
Hospitality. And then
Yeah.
furthermore into the relationship, I got a drawer.
Yeah.
Like she gave me a drawer in her place, so it's to leave my undergarments and shit.
Right. But that was like in May.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
took a long time for you to come to my
Took
house.
5 months.
And the maybe the main reason why you came is because my friend was getting married.
Shout out to the Harris family.
Yes. Shout out to the
They
Harris
invited me to their
family.
wedding.
Yes.
So
So that's
yeah,
what made. And I was just like, okay.
he can come now.
Yes, he can come. I'm ready.
She woke up every morning. I woke up to the smell of food.
Mhm.
Like when you talk about gender roles, I know it's not like specific for
Mhm.
women to cook or men to do this and that, but in that moment, it was something foreign for me. Like I am spending the night at her home. We're sleeping in the same bed, but it's not that type of sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm waking up to breakfast. And after I eat, I'm like, yo, I want to come hang out in the kitchen with you. She's like, nah, 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 nah. Stay in the room. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Who you hiding in here? Do I gotta turn into the big Zoe? Like, what's going on?
Here we go.
I'm like, what's
Always
going? Yo,
skeptic, I
T,
swear.
she wouldn't let me come to the kitchen. Oh,
Right.
okay, okay.
It's like sometimes the kitchen is like your peace. You don't want nobody to
But
interrupt
you got a
you. So
stranger
you
in your
just
bedroom with your dog.
cooking. Yeah, my dog, she protect me.
Yeah,
She ain't know you like that,
she
homie.
didn't. Nah, she didn't.
And she's not a chihuahua.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
My
got
queen.
a pit bull,
We got a
so
pit bull.
well, yeah, now but I'm
Yes.
saying in the
And
present
to
is
be
my
yeah.
dog.
So I say all that to say this: like when you talk about let me cater to you, that entire weekend we didn't really spend time together
Mhm.
because she was cooking me breakfast. Then we would eat the breakfast together. 3 hours go by. We watching Dexter, the killer movie, the killer show.
Mhm.
And she'd be like, all right, I'll be
Dexter
back.
was
And I'm like,
good.
where you going? I'm like, I'm liking this. Like, your head is on my
Mhm.
chest. We're cuddling, watching Dexter. She's like, I gotta go cook you lunch. I'm like, yo, girl, I just ate. I'm
Mm.
not hungry. She's like, no, I'm making you chicken and waffles. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Cause I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So then she spends another hour and a half in the kitchen, come back with the chicken and waffles. I eat, we eat, we're still watching TV. 3 hours go by. All right, I'll be back. She goes right back to the kitchen. I'm making you baked chicken and mac and cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I
Mhm.
love it, but it was so foreign to me because I'm like, yo, here's this woman that we're not even like at 5 months in, we were like dating exclusively. We was exclusive off the rip, but now I'm like, yo, it's only been 5 months. Like you here catering to me like I'm your man, but I like it. Like
Mhm.
I really like it. What made you like first of all, have you always been that way, like in general?
Yes, I think I love catering. Like I love
Okay.
like catering, to people. And I just even now, like now, I think I like hosting. Like I think I like hosting. Like if people come over, I want to you know, have dinner parties and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
At the crib.
I just learned that this year, the end of last year. So you
Yes.
think so? Yeah. Yes.
Yo,
I
she's
think
right. That's
yeah,
the right term.
oh wow, I never thought about it like that. Oh
So
wow.
you see how T said you're very feminine,
Yeah.
right? But
Here we
T,
go.
T,
Yeah,
T,
I'm just looking at the camera like.
When it comes to certain things, she's very feminine, but we almost ain't make it.
Um,
We almost ain't make it, T,
yeah,
because it was like two trains,
we clashed a lot in the beginning. Woo!
two
And I don't know if it's
trains.
like because of we're the two Leos, but it was a lot.
T, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
Do you think we should save that for next episode? The
The
clash.
clash.
Let's just
I love that.
next
The
episode, the
clash.
clash. How you feeling,
Yes.
my love?